Hey, this is a short breakdown of the Project Tokyo, the box, so let's walk around the creation process, assets, camera, lighting, characters, mocap, voice acting and other stuff, but first, let's talk about the story. Back in October 23rd, Big Medium Small released the absolutely incredible Tokyo Back Alleys asset pack. You probably know these guys, they create just incredibly high quality assets and I'm a huge fan of them. And a couple of weeks later, Zhoslen Makoev showed this great mood video of this pack and it blew my mind. It was so cinematic and you can see how cool the live camera work inside the scene, and I realized there must be a story here with the characters, and I made it. I wanted to use this car as the center of the story. It's a cool asset, it looks great, and I wish to play with the dramatic conflict of the local gangster cell around it. I love that every action in this story has a twist and the situation gets worse and worse with every single step. I formed a vision of the whole story before I started this project, so I immediately started assembling the final location from assets, so let me tell you first about this. I have to say I'm a real adept at the asset approach. As a cinematic director, my primary job is a story, characters, cameras, not the creation of assets, so I use this pack to build the perfect location for my story. I also use Sketchfab and Quixel library to find, for example, a noodle box, a revolver, a knife, a street kitchen as well, an airplane, and I also use several weather systems to create the atmosphere on the location. Originally it was Sky Creator, but then I replaced it with Ultra Dynamic Sky, but both systems are great. I knew exactly what kind of atmosphere I want to hear, so it didn't take, a long time to set up the time of the day, sky, fog settings, shadow, color and rain. I just tried to use as much natural appearance and light as possible, but of course I put some additional lights here and there to enhance the accents. So the general mood was established and I proceeded to work with the camera, probably the most important element in this story. If you want to work with FPV camera, you have these three options. First is imitate a real head movement with a standard camera using pre-recorded camera shakes or animations, for example with Sign Motion pack. This is a very good pack if you need a quick solution. The second method is to use a professional mocap and real actor movement in the correct size of the room and then just replace the character's head with the camera. It's actually an amazing solution, and with that method you will have correct body and hands animation of your character in every scene. But in this personal project I use the optimal solution, my iPhone. The virtual camera application is incredible if you want to use a live camera effect or FPV feeling, and it works great. Yes, unlike a professional mocap, you don't have a correct body animation, so in my case the character's arms only appeared in a few moments. For example, when I need to pick up a box, I just pound the body in correct position and then I use the correct animation. And since we start talking about the animation, let's see how we prepared the character mesh. Well, the characters themselves were already in the Tokyo pack, they are great, and they even had a skeleton based on the Unreal Engine 4 mannequin, but I like to use the modern control rig from UE5 and I also need to be able to do facial animation. So Dmitrii Balakhonov, my friend and a great animator, created his own pipeline in Maya to adopt metahuman skinning for any model. Literally, and this allows us to use any custom characters in Unreal Engine projects, even a lizard or a dog. So this gave me the ability to create character animations in Unreal Engine, including meta-human animator. This actually was a key moment because I have several phrases that the driver says and the facial animation must be authentic. And since we had a quality rig, everything was technically ready for mocap. I'm just crazy about animation. Seriously, I love when 3D characters have the realistic movements, so mocap is a special process for me. I'm not a real animator, but I love it so much that I don't miss a chance to put my hands on it. And Move.Ai helps me a lot with this. It's a pretty simple service and it doesn't require a lot of special preparation. I record mockups at home or outdoor to get quality data that I can work on my personal project. The more cameras you have, the better result it gives, and here I work with 4 cameras and the data was perfect. Also, Move.Ai can automatically retarget your mockup right into Unreal Engine 5 skeleton or metahuman, so everything works super cool except the fingers. But it's a common issue. If you don't have a special gloves or pro optical mockup, you have to tweak the hands. And since I'm using Unreal Engine, I fixed all the animation right in the sequencer. Even that complicated noodle box transfer scene, I did everything in Unreal. And as I said, I'm not an animator, but I can adjust animations or add a simple drop box, move the pistol, or create my own character's animation just using the control rig in Unreal, which is amazing. For example, Nakamura in the trunk and the bad guy is also hand animated, and yes, I did it fast. It's not perfect, but good enough. And here, for example, I didn't even need to animate the legs because you can't see it. Well, it just works. Since I'm not an expert in Japanese language and the video has some specific captions and a couple of words in the dialogues, I wanted to be correct with the localization, so I created a special page with the necessary question and spoke with the several native speakers, and of course I needed a correct Japanese actor voices for the characters. The bad guy role was played by Mike Yoshimura.
Okay, now listen carefully. No time for questions, Gaijin. Grab the box.
He's a great CGI artist, and also he is the author of this Tokyo Assets Pack made for big, medium, small. And also special thanks to Dmitrii Bondarenko, who helped us to record Mike's voice in Toronto. And the role of the main character was played by actor Brad Gibb, and it was fantastic.
The noodles came with hot sauce today. This city. It makes me sick.
Besides the actors, the role of sound in such videos is hard to overestimate, and here again I was very lucky. Evgeny Krasnoded is simply the diamond of this story. This guy did all the sound design and also created a music theme. I'm very proud of it because, well, just listen that before and after.
Yes, one moment.
This city.
Yes, one moment.
This city.
It's just incredible. So, in the end, as you can see, it was a huge amount of work and it takes around a few weeks for me until I put everything together in the final version of the story, made a little post-production, and this is it. Thanks for your attention, and as always, feel free to text if you have any questions, and good luck!
In the rain, dark and